Welcome to Daily Buzz. In a shocking display of corruption, South Africa's Independent Development Trust, IDT, finds itself at the center of scandal after its suspended CEO and spokesperson were caught on camera offering 60,000 rand in cash to a journalist. The bribe was an attempt to bury an investigation into the CEO's shady property dealings, exposing one of the most brazen acts of media intimidation in recent history.
Malaka, CEO of the Independent Development Trust, or IDT, a project management agency that delivers social infrastructure projects on behalf of the Department of Public Works and other client departments. I'll show you how Malaka and the IDT spokesperson met me at a restaurant in the Cape Winelands, where they presented me with a substantial wad of cash. The circumstances around Malaka's actions leave little doubt that this was an alleged attempt to bribe a journalist, one who has been looking into the IDT CEO's most questioned R100 million tender to install oxygen plants at government hospitals across South Africa. We detailed several shortcomings in the bid process and revealed that the main contractor was little more than a shell, a ghost company that was by no means equipped or prepared to deliver on a project of this magnitude. Thankfully, the oxygen plants contract was cancelled, but it seemed like there was a lot more happening at the IDT Malaka's financial affairs, especially those pertaining to a property portfolio. In April this year, we revealed that Malaka had somehow very rapidly acquired several assets worth millions of rands, including a couple of properties. The properties were bought through Malaka's trusts. Curiously, there were no bank loans registered to the properties, which meant Malaka had somehow come up with millions of rands in cash. One property in particular caught my attention. In mid-2023, one of Malaka's trusts paid 3.6 million rand for a sprawling plot inside Gauteng's upmarket Waterfall country estate. Nearly a year later, in around June 2024, the plot was cleared of vegetation. A few months later, a construction firm appeared on the scene to start building Malaka's new pad. In all, Malaka's trust was set to spend at least 12 million rand on the project, again raising questions as to how the IDT CEO was laying her hands on so much money. Then, in April this year, I made an important breakthrough. Makhalane contacted me out of the blue. Makhalane said he didn't want to talk over the phone and that he would fly from Joburg to Cape Town. 2 days later, Makhalane hopped on a plane and met me at a restaurant in the Cape Winelands. What the IDT spokesperson told me during the meeting confirmed my suspicions. Astonishingly, Makhalane said that they would pay me in cash, but that I could earn even more money by bringing my own contractors to the IDT for lucrative tenders, considering their proposal. The situation presented a very rare opportunity. A few days after our first meeting, he sent me a document detailing an IDT tender in the Western Cape. The document invited contractors to submit bids for the IDT's contractor development program. Makhalane invited me to check the bid details and share it with contractors. Finally, on Sunday, 3 August 2025, I had my meeting with the IDT CEO and the entity spokesperson, Makhalane. They had taken morning flights from Joburg to Cape Town, and our meeting took place at the same restaurant near Stellenbosch. Things had changed quite drastically since my last meeting with the spokesperson. Malaka had just recently been suspended by the IDT's board over the oxygen plants scandal that we exposed last year. However, Malaka was evidently still very anxious.
So I just want to close this chapter.
Yeah, no, sure.
And I think I will need you to close this chapter.
Yeah, no, sure.
It's too much.
Yes, yeah, no, there's been a lot. Yeah.
Kids, I have parents, my parents are old.
Mm.
They were sick, they couldn't sleep over the last weekend.
Yeah.
It's there.
Sure, no, absolutely, yeah, no. Yeah, so...
I just thought, because somehow I think I can't speak in front of Pasha.
Oh.
As much as I trust him, I'm his boss.
Oh, okay.
I thought, let me...
I was wondering about that. Now, did you decide beforehand to break up and then just me and you talk, or yeah? Okay, yeah. Okay, no, sure.
So you will advise me
yeah.
how we move forward.
Yes, so okay, well, I think Pasha initiated the discussion with me. I think it was early June, and obviously at that point, I assume that's kind of the issue here, the waterfall house. I'm quite advanced with that, to be honest. I'll be frank with you.
I want it closed. I don't want you to be writing about it. I don't want anything coming out of.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sure. Let me give Pasha a call quickly. Getting a little bit windier now.
But it's still not cold.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bashab.
We are done.
Yeah, your boss says you must come back.
The IDT spokesperson pulled out a white Dior shopping bag stuffed with 200 Rand notes and placed it on the table. This while his suspended boss sat looking on. I asked them how much money they bought for me, and they said it was 60,000 Rand. But they also intimated that there would be more money coming my way if I dropped my investigation into Malaka's house. After the cash had been placed on the table, I casually photographed it for our records. Next, I duly informed Malaka and Makpalane that I wouldn't be taking the alleged bribe after all. I told them that it had always been my intention to get them to present me with the cash and that I had never intended to take it. And then just like that,
Thanks
our meeting
for
was
watching.
over.